Yeah, Kefka's laugh is like the best laugh in video game history. Does he have anything I can steal? Look! The door's opening! I did one move. Aren't designed to handle the volume of traffic that's on the roads now. Yeah, you're not wrong. Even here, like, they just keep widening roads. Espers, please heed my call. It opened. Tara! I feel so anxious. Something's coming. I assume that's Bahamut. I don't know who that is. Frightful energy. There goes Wolf. Fenrir. Leviathan. There goes Shiva. Hold up. We already have Shiva. That one looked familiar too. Tara. Hey, the gate. All those boulders are the exact same size. It makes a skull. Looks like a skull with the two eyeballs. You said you had a setup. Do you stream or do you just play games or what about those espers? Look, let's return to the airship. Can I don't think I have one. Or if there's one. Wait, what are the... Did I go the right way? I felt like I got confused there for a minute. Kind of hurt my brain. Dun, 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 dun. Do, do, do. The FPGA console thing you have, is it the 3-stack? I don't know much about FPGA consoles or like the amount of them or like what, like the different ones. Like who makes what. I've streamed a couple of times. I just wanted to figure out how it all works. It's not too bad, like too hard. Just, I mean, you have great internet, obviously. You have fiber, but oh, that was right. How did it lead me there? That's weird. Not too interested in becoming a successful streamer. Me neither. I just like, I have a, it's not a full-time job. I have a part-time job that I enjoy. I love my job. But I like to stream on occasion. I try and stream as frequently as I can. But because of my job, it works. I work nights some months, and I work. Oh, they're fire. I work night. Let's just run. I work nights some days, and I work days other days. I work youth sports, so kids sports, and those days those months that I'm in season, we're having sports. They're all after school, so I stream. I stream most of the time. But when we're off season and I'm working during the day, I don't get to stream as much. I only have the baseboard with a 32 megabyte memory expansion, which is rather outdated now. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't take very long for things to get outdated. So what's the triple stack? Like, what does that mean? And when people say, you know, I got the triple stack or whatever. Like, I know what it is. I've seen pictures of it, but I don't know what each... Like, do you have to have all three? Or do you only need the bottom or the middle or the top? Like, what do you need? And if you purchase, like, the Super Station 1, does that mean you get the whole thing? Like, the triple stack, they're just laid out on a different PCB? What happened? The Espers flew off together. Then the Empire citizens ran off, as though they were terrified. Which way did the Espers go? Toward the capital. Vector. Top board is the IO board. Okay. Middle board is the D10 Nano, which is like, makes everything work, I guess. We're almost at Vector. Bottom board is the USB hub. Okay. And you said you had the baseboard, which is, I assume, the middle. There. What's that? What's wrong, Tara? I can feel it. It's coming closer and closer. What do you mean you can feel it? It was glowing. What's that? It can't be. An Esper? It's coming. Watch out, Tara. What was that? Setzer, get down. There goes a whale. Whatever that was. And that. Gulp. Espers. A minimum setup would be a DE10 Nano to run all the cores you want, a 256 megabyte expansion board. So what do you mean, like, and I've seen cores and stuff in different websites. What are the cores? Like, what is that? What do they do? Do you have to have all of them? Like, I guess I just don't understand how they work. I should probably do more research in it. But I don't know exactly what questions to ask. You know what I mean? Where are they going? They were mad. They seemed angry. No. Stop. Please. Don't go. Forget that. What's with this vibration? Is it from the Espers? Setzer. I've lost control. Oh no, we're gonna crash. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, I did all that. The core is just a FPGA implementation of a console. Okay, I got you. So to run all the cores, which means all consoles? Like retro consoles? And how far are we talking here? Because are we looking at like Super Nintendo, Genesis, Mega Drive, NES, PS1, PS2, freaking Vectrix, FM Towns Marty? Like, there's so many. Think of it like it's RetroArch and all the emulators it has. Okay. So you just need that space to run all those cores. That makes sense. Okay. Okay, now I understand. I assume for the cores you need to like download them on a SD card and like plug them into the FPGA thing, the D10 Nano or the new one. Okay, so yeah, I'm curious on the Ultima weapon. Has a maximum attack power 255 and is bound by the wielder's HP. Higher HP equals higher damage, whereas being weaker equal weak sauce. The best character for this weapon is Terra. Her physical and magic stats are fine on their own, but increase each time she enters trance state. The combination of this weapon and her magic can make her downright terrifying at higher levels. Oh, okay. Saturn, N64, PS1, and everything pretty much. Okay, so there's... Alright. So up to PS1, the cores and ROMs are all stored on the SD card. What about PS2? Is that possible? Did that. Okay. Mission, subset group. Hike the vector. Okay. I do want to change party members. I want to get Mog out of the party. Let's bring in... Ooh, let's bring Cyan. Yes. Let's get Terra, Locke, Cyan, and then let's go save him. Or go Edgar. Or you can mount a network drive and run ROMs from there. That sounds complicated. So it's almost like a, what you call it? I forget what they're called. You know what I'm talking about. He doesn't know. He probably doesn't know what I'm talking about. Or he does, but... Yep, just spend a lot on tinctures because I know I'm going to need some. 20 Phoenix Downs, remedies. Well, you said like network drive, so. PS2, Dreamcast, GameCube is probably unlikely to ever happen on a DE10 Nano. Just on a DE10, or are we talking like the new stuff too? Time is at 12:49. We got about 10 minutes before I need to end stream. Okay, now it says I need to hike the vector. Where did I land? Near Miranda? I did. I gotta go north Miranda. Chicken lips. That sounds terrible. In the back row? Let's see. Auto crossbow. So many of these things. The FPGA has a limited size. A DE10 Nano is about... I have no idea what that means. 110K LUT? What does that mean? Need a much bigger FPGA chip to more recent systems. Oh, okay. So it's just the chip size. I got you. Okay. So that's the chip size and... Okay. You're gonna learn drain. Someone having to code it. Yeah, you're not wrong. That's a lot of work. Those guys that make these things, they're insane. Like, I feel like that's all they do is just sit there and like make stuff, like write code for those devices. Let's see, Edgar. And the gold armor and stuff is the best. Okay. I think that's why I would like to have one of those PS1 FPGA consoles. Because they're, I don't know. I know it's like the newest one and it's pretty powerful and... It just seems like it would be a freaking awesome piece of equipment to have. Especially to run PS1 games and be able to plug in a PS1 controller and have a PS1 memory card. That's just so cool. FPGA are still kind of like black magic to me. I only have one superficial understanding. I mean, you have more understanding than I do. I have no idea how they work at all. I just know that they work because people own them and they know how to use them. I'm gonna buy this Poison Claw. Because I think... Oh, he's not in my party right now. Because I think being able to poison would be really handy. Okay, so it says I need to hike over to Vector. However, there's a Chocobo stable nearby. I think that's what I read. I just don't know where the Chocobo stable is. And even if it's in this town. Doesn't seem like it. Let's see. There's a Chocobo stable in the forest nearby. Oh, it's in the forest. Okay. It is in the forest, which is right near Miranda. So just go back to the forest. Unless it's to the left. All they got is tonics. Fantastic. It's a chip that can reconfigure itself to be multiple other chips, hence black magic. You have black magic. It's not here. Other one? Is it in this forest? It might be. Okay, so that's what that does. Okay. And it hits everybody? Yeah. That's pretty freaking sick. I mean, the closest thing I have to like PlayStation, you know, stuff is emulation. And but it's software emulation. Whereas the other one, the FPGA stuff, is hardware emulation. So it's much more one-to-one. And I would love to play me some classic. You still have your old PS1 in a box? You should get it modded. You should get X-Station installed in it. They like remove the laser and they put essentially like a micro SD card in its space, but it has to be, they have to do some soldering and stuff. Really? I would love to have my old PS1 back. Oh, it is modded? Man. That's my dream console. is an X Station PS1. Just to play copy games, though. That's fine. The reason I like the X Station concept is just for ease of use. Because it's just the SD card and you pop it in. And you got the entire... That's how I'm playing this. No, stop it. Nice. I have a Super Nintendo, my childhood Super Nintendo, with a FX Pack Pro. The box for it is on top of the shelf. And it's got a micro SD card in it. Popped on top. Was Americans, I had to use a SCART cable to play it in color. Oh man, that's crazy. That's so cool. The first time I played Final Fantasy VII was on computer, on PC, and the PC version. My buddy had the PlayStation 1 version. And I thought it was really cool and a really good game, but I had no way to play it. Because I didn't have a PS1. And I found out that it was a PC version. And I was like, oh, that's sick. I can buy the PC version. And I played it on computer. What's going on? What on earth? What on earth? They both say, what on earth? Young people, hang in there. Oh, now she heals me? First she fought me. Now she heals me. This guy's still selling weapons or what? Yep. Guy's still selling armor. Headband. Nothing really good right now. Wasn't the PC version really buggy? So back in the day, I had no idea. I didn't know if it was buggy or not. I didn't have any issues with it. It was a disc. I think it was a couple of discs. I didn't have any problems with it that I remember. I'm 41 now, so that was a long time ago. 97 is when it came out. I probably owned it in 98. So that was a long time ago. The biggest thing that I remember with that game was my buddy was trying to get a gold chocobo, and it took him days to get it. And he finally got it so he could go out to that island and get Knights of the Round. It took him days to get it. My first try on the PC version, I was able to get the correct chocobo lineup to get the gold chocobo. And that was before anyone knew anything about the chocobo hack or whatever to get a gold chocobo. It was before anyone knew anything about that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Checking messages real quick. Hang on. Okay. The Emperor is expecting you this way. It was a whole process. It was, man. I remember that crap. He told, and like I was so not ready to do it. I was like, nope. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna get Knights of the Round. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it because I love this game so much. I want to get it. So I went and I got Knights of the Round, and it only took me. I was able to do it the same day. Like I got home from school. No, it was a weekend. I remember it was a weekend. It was a weekend, and I told my parents, I was like, hey, I really want to try and get this thing. Can you just give me time? Do we have anything planned? Blah blah blah. And they were like, no. I was like, okay, cool. So that's all I did was breed chocobos, race them, and all that. And I was able to get a gold chocobo and go get Knights of the Round. And I was so freaking excited when I got it too. And I remember I told him, I was like, hey, I got Knights of the Round. Like, I called him as soon as I got it. I was like, yo, I got Knights of the Round. He was like, you got it already? When did you start? I was like, today. He was like, you suck. He was so pissed. But it was so funny. It was so overpowered it was. Especially with W Summon, yeah. It was insane. And now there's so many freaking tricks that you can do with materia in that game, which is what makes it so unique. I know eventually I'm gonna play that on the channel, but I want to play it with an FPGA console or an original PS1, and somebody have a copy of 7. I lost my will to fight, and I want to finish Xenogears. I have played Xenogears on the channel once, maybe twice, and never finished it. Never finished it, and I want to finish it. It's a really long game. I've gotten really far in the emulated version on my computer, but I've never finished it. Just because I want to play it legit. Like, I want to, at least on an FPGA machine, plugged into a CRT. That's what I want to do. But I just don't have the ability to do it yet. Or an original PS1 that's, you know, got the disc, or it's been modded. That way I could freaking play it that way. W item, yeah, duplication trick is fun as well. Yep. Do you remember in the game there's a cave that you can go into, and I think it's in the mountains, and there's an elixir there, and you can get the elixir, and if you don't hit the X button or circle, I think it's circle, you don't hit circle to clear the text box, you can leave the cave and go back in and pick it up again, and you can end up with like a million freaking elixirs. That's a cool trick, like a glitch that's found. The emperors had a change of heart. Sid. The Espers came to save their friends. When they learned the others had perished, they went berserk and trashed the town. Never will I forget their shrieks of rage. We're hanging up our weapons and armor for good. The power of those Espers, I had no idea. They'll shred the world. We must get them to understand that we are no longer at war. No human's gonna make them sit down and listen. You didn't know that one? The elixir glitch? Yeah. It's in a cave. Like whenever you do the snowy mountains or whatever, it's in a cave in there. And that's all that's in there is that elixir. And you walk around, you like come down from the top of the screen, you walk around and do like a little U-turn, and it's sitting over there in the corner. And you just pick it up, but don't hit the circle button to clear the text box, and you walk back out of the cave and then go back in the cave, and it's in there again. And you can just keep picking it up, because as soon as you clear the text box, the item, the physical 3D model goes away. But if you don't clear the text box, the 3D model stays, and for some reason Cloud can move around in that area when picking up that item. So you can walk out of the cave, go back in the cave, pick it up again, and just do it forever until you got like max elixirs, which I think is 99. But for now, my friends, let us feast and rejoice. Another cool glitch, or like skip, because the speedrunning community, they've been trying to speedrun Final Fantasy VII for decades, obviously. But recently, Death Unites Us, shout out to him, big streamer on Twitch, huge YouTuber. I wouldn't say huge, but he's got a good community. His community found out about the Disc 1 skip for PS1, the original disc version of the game, and that leads to being able to defeat Sephiroth with Aerith in the party. It's insane. That skip is absolutely bonkers. There's a lot of setup that you have to do, but if you can pull it off, it's bonkers. You can do it on PC too, on the Steam version, and the PC version, and now the PS1 version, which is freaking amazing. There's some people here who prefer to keep fighting. Please, before we dine, talk to as many soldiers as you can. Make them understand. I remember this. Please talk to as many soldiers as you can. You have 4 minutes until dinner.